tired of feeling neglected and ignored? Well, in this video is for you. In this video, we're going over how to look more attractive as a man so you can get the respect you deserve and stop being ignored and neglected by your peers. Let's start with the first one is to use a razor. This has been my biggest discovery recently. I wasn't the biggest fan of razors recently, but it just comes in so handy now. I like to get my hair cut often, like every 5 to 6 days, but in between those haircuts, sometimes my facial hair starts to grow a little wild and I just have random hairs and facial hair is just growing wildly and it just looks unattractive. It looks very unkept. So it's a great idea to just pick up a razor and shave, just get a more cleaner look every few days. You don't want to shave every day because it starts to cause kind of more of the ingrown hairs type of thing. But you also want to make sure you're being very careful as well because you want to be as gentle as you can. If you push a little too hard, you start to have cuts all over you, and that doesn't look attractive when you have cuts all over your face. So a razor is a big game changer. The results that you get from using the razor consistently are extremely paramount to your overall attractiveness and well-kept and groomingness. Just make sure, like I said before, you're using it every few days and just make sure that you're not doing it too often. They're very cheap as well, very affordable, and the results that they have are worth every single penny. Next one is seeing your barber often. So this kind of goes off the last point, still staying within the grooming and hair type of family here, but seeing a barber is very important. It does a lot for your overall confidence. You just feel a lot better. You feel your best when you get out of your barber chair. I love getting my hair cut. I try to do this once a week, bare minimum, but I just feel extremely confident. I feel more attractive when I get out of the chair. Just makes me look my absolute best, makes me feel my absolute best. And also I just feel like I'm respected more by my peers as well when I'm keeping up with my grooming, my facial hair, and just my hair in general. It just makes me look a lot more presentable and confident when I'm presenting myself out to the public and my peers as well. Moving on is to keep your fingernails cut. So this is one I see a lot of guys ignore, but a lot of you guys have like the long nails, especially I don't know what it is, you guys have the long pinky nails like Casanova, Frankenstein, something like that. Make sure you keep your nails cut, all right? Make sure you're doing them often. I like to cut my nails once a week. Every other week, bare minimum, I think is a good rule of thumb for you to execute going forward. But you don't want to have the long fingernails. This looks very disgusting, especially when you start to get all those dirt and things like that under your nails. So make sure you're trying to keep your nails nice and neat, keep them polished. Not polished literally, but just make sure they keep them cut so they look polished, is what I mean by that. And also, pedicures and manicures are a great thing to get as well. I recommend this. I'm a big believer in this as well. Pedicures and manicures every now and then just also make you look a lot more attractive and well kept as well. No woman, I will tell you right now, likes a man with the long, dirty fingernails. Oh! Dirty, looks nasty, looks very disgusting. Moving on is to wear more polos. I've been trying to tell you guys for a long time now, polos are the new upgraded t-shirt. They're significantly a step forward from your average casual t-shirt. Just make you look a lot more presentable, look a lot more confident, make you feel a lot more confident, just make you look your absolute best, like you mean business. You can pretty much wear a polo for any type of situation, a date, you can go to work with the polo, you can go out casually in a polo. So a polo has you pretty much covered for any type of situation, but you can't say this for a lot of other shirts that are out there right now. So I recommend you all starting with a polo. These are extremely important shirts to have. Just try to stock up on these and get as many as you can. They're really gonna make you look a lot more presentable and just make your outfits come together a lot more. If you're on the market for a polo, you're trying to, increase your polo wardrobe, your polo attire, I recommend you start off with Collar. I picked up this midnight navy blue polo from Collar. It's one of the best polos I've ever seen. Extremely comfortable and soft. I love the fabric on this. This is probably my favorite polo I've worn recently. Let me tell you something, you have to have a navy polo in your wardrobe. It goes with so many types of things. Any type of bottom you can pretty much throw this with on and it's gonna match. It's gonna look very good when you have on a nice navy polo with any type of bottoms, jeans, dress pants, trousers, chinos, anything like that is gonna go well with these polos here. Another thing about these polos from Collars are also stain resistant. I know a lot of our clothes were usually worried about getting stains on them and things like that, but with this polo from Collar that's stain resistant, you don't have to worry about, spilling things on it because they're gonna be able to come off a lot easier than a lot of your other clothes would when you get a stain on them. So there's also another benefit of having an Collar polo. I recommend you really check out Collar and the polos. Make sure you guys use my discount code RyanDarks for 15% off. This is a great brand, but also they make significantly great polos. They're gonna be much better than your average polo out there on the market. Moving on is to be in shape. So I think being in shape is a very good one. Also help just make your clothes fit you a lot better. Just insinuates a much more better physique and posture when you just execute a more in shape type of appearance. I think it also teaches you discipline as well. So I think being in shape is a great thing for you to try to do, and just having your daily habits is just a great thing that really pays off and just shows off that you can really execute self-discipline, but also make sure clothes fit you a lot better as well. So a lot of benefits to this, but it's also just gonna make you present yourself in a much better type of way going forward. Moving on is to grow facial hair. So I think this one you can kind of pick more, be more cautious about this one. So I think if you're gonna pick facial hair, you need to pick one that you can keep up with and that's gonna look good on you. So if you're gonna grow a beard, I think it's nice to make sure you're keeping up with your beard. Facial hair, mustache, anything like that. I usually go for, as you can see, the facial hair, mustache type of thing, but I try to keep them as trimmed up, lined up, cleaned up as I possibly can. So facial hair is a very big game changer to me. It makes you look a lot more attractive, more handsome, more mature. But it's also important that you keep up with it and just make it look more well-groomed and just make sure you're taking care of it. It's gonna just look a lot more attractive, a lot more mature going forward as well, versus if you have no facial hair at all. I think this kind of looks more of like a more kiddish type of look. If I had no facial hair, I think I'll pretty much like a teenager. So I think facial hair really does a lot for your appearance and just helps you out a lot going forward as well. Moving on is to wear jewelry. So I think this is one of the biggest kept secrets that not many men execute enough. If I leave the house without my watch on, my bracelets, my necklaces, I feel like something's missing. So it just makes my outfits come together a lot more. It makes me feel like I'm filling in those empty gaps, empty pieces on my outfits. I'm just looking a lot more attractive, more mature, more presentable. But I can add on some nice finishing touches with some jewelry there. I think these are important to have. I always encourage you, if you can try on a piece of jewelry that you usually don't wear, just see how it goes for you. If you don't usually wear rings, try to wear a ring for the first time. If you don't usually wear bracelets, try to wear a bracelet for the first time and see how this goes. I think it's going to do a lot for your appearance and it's really going to help you look a lot more attractive and feel your absolute best going forward. Moving on is to tailor your pants. I'm curious if you guys let me know in the comments how many of you have actually started to apply this tip, because I talk about this one a lot. I'm just curious if you can finally back up for me the results I tell you you'll get when you do this. As I said before, tailoring your pants I think is one of the best ways to just look more attractive, more presentable. You just look more well kept. Your clothes fit you a lot better. You don't have the big old bunching up at the bottom there with the pants folding over your shoes. This eliminates a lot of this sloppiness. It just looks cheap, sloppy. It looks like you don't really, know how to dress well. You look a lot more polished when you can tailor your pants, have a proper hem there, just have the bottom of the pants hit the top of your sneakers. So just makes for a more well-kept type of appearance, makes your clothes fit you a lot better. You just look a lot more presentable, a lot more attractive to your peers as well. That's it for me today, guys. Hope you guys got something out of the video. Make sure to always be your best and make sure you check out my video on how to look expensive with less. I'll leave that right here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for checking us out. Peace.